So I've seen many comments on YouTube and Twitch about training routines. So today I compiled a definitive 100% real, not clickbait, list of things to do as a training routine that will get you to SSL in no time. So we start off with the easiest stuff, that being open net shooting. All I do is set myself up for a shot and shoot it. This warms up your mental to not panic when shooting, and also warms up your palmar digital arteries and nerves, which are vital in quick reflexes with your fingers. Next thing to do is to chain dash on the ground for 5 minutes. This warms up power slide timing and also warms up your palmar digital arteries and nerves. On screen I have an example of what this should look like. Mimic this for about 5 minutes and then move on to the next exercise, which is two-wheel drifting for 2 minutes. Two-wheel drifting is vital for looking cool after goals. So assuming you know how to two-wheel drift, you do it around the map for like 2 minutes. This relaxes your muscle from the past exercises and readies them for this next one, which is known to hurt. Next up is to practice your wall dashing. You do this for 5 minutes in total. This warms up your knuckles and sometimes even sores your biceps or forearm muscles. Wall dashing is really easy. All you do is spam flip towards the wall while driving forward, but if you need help, I'm sure there is tutorials out there. Next thing we're gonna do is to warm up your flicks. Athena flicks is where you flick the ball over the crossbar. That sounds counterproductive, but trust me, if you are maximizing your power with your flicks and you know how to flick at that maximum power, you're gonna slowly learn how to flick it at any power you want. So you know this helps with your power and your placements. This should be the easiest thing to practice in this entire regimen. The next exercise is to sub the killer, smiley face. So the next exercise is where things get tough. 50 flip resets in total is next, and all you have to do is just get 50 resets in weird ways that are uncomfortable for you. For basic players, the uncomfortableness could be just getting the reset, while in high level players, it might just be uncomfortable to get them sideways. Just practice getting resets in a way you don't already have mastered. Get 50 of them in total and move on to the next thing. Now we're gonna do 50 musty flicks. Musty flicks are incredibly easy after a couple hours of practice, but doing just 50 might be good enough to help build up an indiscriminatory reflex in your medulla oblongata part of your brain. If you're already a master at musty flicks, you could do breezy flicks or even try practicing your delay in the flick itself. As long as it's uncomfortable, you are improving. This next one is what I did for a couple months. Now I have millions of views on TikTok just because I'm good at it. So maybe if you get great at some random mechanic, you could become a YouTube star. Who knows? Next is 50 wall pinches. These are incredibly underrated, and I guarantee you can easily score at least one of these a match during a 1v1, which always surprises the enemy. I really don't have too much psychological or scientific things to say about it, so just enjoy the footage, I guess. Next up is really simple. Just get 100 flip resets in total. You don't have to score them, just try chaining resets and using stalls to get them, using flips to get them, as long as you are chaining resets. This is a really simple procedure that builds cognitive resonance with patterns with multiple resets into your brain. This is really similar to the reset one we just did. Next up is doing as many zap dashes as you can. Zap dashes are incredibly useful as a mechanic, and they can speed up your recovery to even a pro level. Just go around free play doing them over and over and over and over for as long as you want. Definitely a fun mechanic to be good at too, so maybe that's some incentive to learn it. Next up is my favorite flick, the wizard flick. This flick is pretty easy, and all you have to do is time an air roll and a flip to get a flick off of the ball. This works against literally any level of player. I've hit it on top 10 pros and gotten many good reactions from pros and content creators and streamers just because it is that unguardable. So I'd say do roughly 75 of these in total and then move on to the next mechanic. This is where it gets to around Champ 1 difficulty mechanics wise. Next up is to do 25 Psycho redirects. You can set these up however you like, but this encourages your brain to learn the angle and where to place your car so the hitbox actually touches the ball when you're going for redirects. This may seem tough, but when you're the only person in Champ, GC, or SSL consistently hitting Psycho redirects or even normal redirects, you'll have me to thank and yourself to thank. Here is the Champ 2 difficulty mechanic, ceiling dashing. This is pretty simple and all you have to do is just do 200 chain ceiling dashes in total. You can get a chain of 2 or even a chain of 7. As long as you're racking up those numbers, you're learning. And this brings me onto the final exercise of this warm-up, chaining 10 ceiling dashes in a row. This is maybe Diamond 3 level, but I'm sure you could do it. It is really simple as just chaining 10 in a row. So on that note, I love each and every single one of y'all. And peace. I'm hosting a 10,000 credit Rocket League giveaway, and this is all you need to do to have a shot at winning it. There is a link in the description that will take you to a giveaway page. You have to log in using one of the platforms allowed. After you've logged in, you have to do tasks, and the tasks are you have to visit the YouTube page and subscribe. We got to get to 10,000 subscribers for this giveaway to end, and then you have to follow me on Twitter, visit my Instagram page, you can follow that if you want. And then last is follow my Twitch. If you've done all of those, you'll have an extra bonus reward, an extra 5 entries, which more than doubles your chances of winning. 10,000 credits is a lot. That can buy you a dissolver. That can buy you like 20 dissolvers, octanes, whatever you want really. Like 10,000 credits is a lot. So if you want a chance of winning it, do all of this. Thank you all for watching. I love each and every single one of y'all, and peace.